You bring something up that's very interesting. It's this atheism, this humanism as a desire for truth primarily. And I'm fond of thinking that the most subversive element against religion, whether it's fundamentalist or whether it's moderate, is developing that critical attitude. And I wonder what your thoughts are on that. Like, you must have gone through a period of doubting these things, and I guess it was very corrosive to these notions of religious truth and answering these sort of hard questions about life.
It's my passionate belief that to be indoctrinated into a religion is part and parcel with tamping down and denying these natural tendencies that humans have in them to be skeptical and to ask questions and to try to find the truth. Those components of searching are quashed. They are a part of the whole indoctrination is to say don't do this because it violates the tenets of this faith. And I understand that. I understand that there's still some of it in me, this inclination to say that I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be asking these questions, because that's part of that indoctrination process. Mm-hmm. It is the antithesis of free thought and critical thinking and reasoned argument to engage in religious activity. It's the antithesis of it.
So in that same spirit, I want to ask you on a personal level as well. In a sense, you came from this very difficult background, and I can see that you see these sorts of issues in a very in a sort of conflicted sense as well. And in a way, I want to ask, coming from that hard background and coming from such an oppressive system, fighting against it seems almost to drag you into it again, right? Do you feel that in any sense?
Yeah, that's actually an excellent way to put it, that not so much today, and as time passes, that's one of the battles that I fight every day, is that those messages are still in there, the tapes are there. I think a lot of it is the fact that it came at such an early age that I believe there's a window when a lot of the belief systems that we have are hardwired into us, or the belief systems that we're taught, and they don't go away. You just have to build up defenses against them, and that's what I have to do. Sometimes more than others. That the messages will come back and it will overwhelm me, and I have to raise the logical, rational armor that I have developed over the years, and I'm getting better at that. But it is a process, and you know what? It may never go away completely, but by being taught that kind of extreme fundamentalism at the right time, at the right age, it creates conflict.
Richard Dawkins has said that religious indoctrination is a form of child abuse. Would you agree with that?
I would absolutely agree with that, but I would also say that it's a very hard, knotty issue to try to deal with as a society, because it goes right to the heart of a parent's rights, to teach their child as they would. I personally believe that the way we will win that battle. I use the analogy of some of the rules that they eventually put into law when they were dealing with child seats and seat belts for children and that kind of stuff. Initially, they tried to use education and kind of a social pressure to say, yeah, you can do it technically, but it's not a good idea, that kind of thing. They use that a lot with trying to change people's thinking about smoking. Mm-hmm. That, to me, is the way we'll fight that battle, because we can't go in and say, you can't do this to your kids. I suppose we could, but what is that? How destructive would that be to society, right? it's just such a fundamental right that I don't think we can just discard it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for this interview, Nathan Phelps. Thank you.
Thanks.
So the end result of this is that Nathan is now writing a book, and he is now the executive director of Centre for Inquiry Alberta, right here in Canada. So we want to start off, Nathan, on the right foot. If you're able to donate and help us financially to set him up and get him going with this stuff after all of the crap he's been through, and get him going in Alberta, we appreciate that link down there. And especially if you're in Alberta, if you're in Calgary and want to get involved with some of this stuff, we'll be setting up the center there too. And we definitely need volunteers. Also, in Toronto, if you're liking some of these videos, what we're going to be doing in the future is linking these up to a program called Think Again TV, which will largely just be a YouTube channel where we get Toronto skeptics and atheists out making their own videos, producing their own stuff, and sort of marketing it for them. So if you're in Toronto and you want to get involved in some of this stuff, or you just didn't have the time or some of the capacity to make your own videos, then contact us. Come downtown, get involved in the center, and we'll hook you up. We want to hear ideas. We want to hear different projects. And it should be a lot of fun. We have the Toronto truth seekers to mess with still. There's all kinds of people that need some attention from our community. Check it out. It'll be lots of fun. Yeah.